The Plainview Lighthouse was built by Dane Kevin Cook here in Scotlantis. I'm hovering around it. This was one of the areas that I originally tried to settle in, and in fact I have a chest over here that's mine. But ignoring that, let's focus on the lighthouse. How are you doing, Dane?
Doing great. How about you, Zach?
Pretty good. I almost called you Daniel because of Daniel Plainview.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind that. Daniel Plainview is one of my favorite fictional characters of cinema, which is why I named this lighthouse after him.
You also told me, though, it was named after the fact that it has a plain view. There's just water all around.
Yeah, it gave me a few ideas to the name too.
Now, this looks like it's basically a lighthouse that is lifted up out of the water, like launching almost into the sky. Tell us about this lighthouse and what kind of work went into it.
Well, I thought really long and hard. That's what she said about what I was gonna build, and I was at first gonna build a ship, but I realized that wood is extremely scarce on this world, so I was thinking about a different kind of ship, and I thought about maybe an aircraft carrier, since those are usually made of metal.
Yeah.
But I looked at pictures for the aircraft carrier, and it looked kind of plain. It was basically just a big, long platform, and I knew I wouldn't be able to make it look like an aircraft carrier. So I just started thinking of other stuff, and I thought, well, maybe a lighthouse. But I realized that there's no islands to build it on, so I decided to just build my own floating island and look up the stories behind this world.
Look up.
Oh yeah, this is all completely true. If you look at this is actually a lighthouse that's been around for a really long time. If you look here, you'll notice that this is actually more of a museum than an actual functioning lighthouse, because there's no real reason for a lighthouse to exist in this world.
Really, in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll read it. Legend has it that when Scotlantis was flooded by the great storm, destroying all the Earth's land, the Plainview Lighthouse kept standing despite lack of support due to the spell the great wizard Scotagast had cast upon it long ago. It still stands to this day. Did I pronounce that wizard's name right?
That's right, it's Scotagast, the old wizard of the sea.
Whoa, I heard him. I don't know if you heard his voice.
I just heard it, yeah.
Lighthouse Cafe.
It still haunts this lighthouse. Yeah, this is a lighthouse cafe. You can buy all sorts of memorabilia to remember the occasion by.
You actually have an iron golem here.
Yeah, he serves the watermelon and the carrots that come out of the. Yeah, I hired him.
Wow, you actually put watermelon and carrots in there.
I did. Legit. There's no funny business here.
Whoa.
And then the rest of the lighthouse just kind of goes up. We can go to the top if you want. I was trying to figure out how to make it an actual functioning lighthouse by making maybe a repeater that constantly flash lights on and off up here. But since there's no way to get glowstone, since you didn't add a nether,
yeah,
there was I was thinking really, really long about how to make something flash up here without the use of glowstone. I couldn't figure it out. I was thinking maybe pistons, maybe covering and uncovering a torch or a jack-o'-lantern, but I couldn't figure it out, at least not in the time given. I probably add it eventually if you keep the world, but I don't know. So
okay, well what was the hardest part about building the lighthouse? What kind of challenges did you face in Scotlantis?
Well, I guess this is honestly, I've been playing Minecraft for a couple years. This is probably the tallest thing that I've ever built legitimately.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I usually don't go for huge builds. I just go for I don't know, modern looking, like nice looking things. Usually the bigger the build, the more plain it's gonna look. So that's usually why I don't usually build huge things like this. But yeah, this is probably the biggest thing, and it was pretty hard, keeping my balance up there as it started to get really tall. Fell down a couple times. Pretty much the only time I ever really died on the server, it was falling to my death, and Tasman killing me a few times at the beginning of the game. But
oh, well,
yeah.
Well, I think it looks really good. I'm not trying to influence the viewers' vote or anything, but I think this looks really good. And if they like the build, just like the video. And so why should?
Oh, sorry. One more thing to add. Before when you showed this off, I didn't actually add the black lining. If anybody even notices, the black wool that goes around the side, I added at
Oh,
a last minute
nice.
attempt to kind of make it look a little nicer. And that actually took the longest out of all the materials to gather is the wool, because I had to literally go and find a spider spawner, and then I had to sit at the spider spawner for like hours just killing spiders over and over so I could get like stacks of wool. And then I had to go into the ocean and find a bunch of squids and kill them for the ink sac so I could dye it black. So that took longer than all of the other materials combined to get, believe it or not, because it's actually pretty easy to go and find uh, clay out in the ocean, and it's pretty easy to mine stone. So
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny how the smallest amount of material you see on the lighthouse is the hardest to get.
So why should viewers vote for your build then?
I think because it looks the best out of all of them.
'Cause
Honestly, I haven't really looked at all the other ones in detail, so I actually don't know. But I think it looks pretty cool, and I like the story put around it.
yeah.
Definitely a little bit more of an excuse to build a lighthouse than was probably needed. I like building things that have a purpose. I don't really like building things with no real purpose to them, even if this is just a build challenge. I like, I don't know, putting giving a reason behind the builds. So I
Giving the build some soul.
think you should give me some points for that, viewers. If you,
Well, now the contest, the voting should only be for above ground structures. But I just want to throw this in. Dane actually has an underground structure that you're going to completely not count as part of this build.
yeah, just to fill time, I guess.
Yeah, and well, not to fill time, but I just want to tell the story because when I was trying to settle a place of my own, I was in this area because I saw the terrain was kind of bumpy around here, and I was digging around and I actually broke into Dane's area accidentally. I just come from the top because I just I saw like a little weak spot, and I started just digging, and then I just like boom showed up in Dane's area, and it's just down here. I was just gonna kind of show you that so he has like a little storage area down here too, but this doesn't count as part of the build. The build that we're voting on is the above water stuff because really anyone can build an awesome underground structure,
Hmm.
but we're voting on awesome above ground structures.
Yeah.
Okay, well this is the Plainview Lighthouse by Dane Kevin Cook for your consideration. Okay guys, if you like this video, if you think this build is worthwhile, be sure to like this video, leave comments as well, leaving your thoughts on this build. And here are the other videos for you guys to go look at, to like and leave comments on as well. Remember not to make this a popularity contest, but judge it based on effort and build quality. And click on one of these, and I'll see you there.